I was planning to open this conversation by asking you about atmosphere, because I think this is a film that balances sort of tension and warmth very well. It's quite difficult to achieve. But then you told me a story that brings together the BFI, where we are, Hitchcock's Rebecca, Nosferatu, and SpongeBob SquarePants. And I think it sheds a little light into how you approach tension. So would you like to share with the audience?
Yes. Many years ago, my son was 3 years old. Our daughter was 7 years old, and each evening after dinner, we watched SpongeBob together, the whole family, big SpongeBob fans. And there was one SpongeBob episode. There is a cave, underwater cave, and Patrick and SpongeBob are walking through this cave, and they have fear, and this is dark. Yeah? And in this moment when Patrick says, oh, I have so much fear, yeah? It's so dark, in this moment they cut in this animated movie a short sequence, 1 or 1.5 seconds of Nosferatu by Friedrich Wilhelm. Yeah? It's the picture of Max Schreck. Yeah? He's standing there, and both kids are traumatized directly, because it's a really bad thing what they have done from SpongeBob. So, and they don't want to see SpongeBob again, and now there's a fear and so on. Yeah? And then I said, this is a movie from the 20s by Friedrich Wilhelm, one of my favorite movies. We can see this movie together. I thought it helps to de-traumatize them. Yeah? To see that. But you can't get this movie in Germany. It's a German movie, and you can't buy it in Germany, so I have to order it from the BFI in London. Yeah?
You're welcome.
Yeah. And but it was so. This movie was so. For 18 years, you have to be 18 years old. Something to do with this old things. It's an adult movie, and therefore. I remember the postman who have brought me this box with a DVD from the BFI. I have to show my passport that I'm 18 years old.
And then you showed it to your 3-year-old.
Yeah. and I showed him the passport, and he said to me, have fun with this movie. Yeah? Yeah? An asshole, this guy. Yeah? And so I showed them the whole Nosferatu movie. And they have so much fear, yeah, but it's de-traumatized them. And there was one thing I said to them when they are younger, 2 and 6 years old. Yeah? I said to them, when you have fear in movies, you have to close your ears. Your eyes is okay. The fear is always coming from the sound. Yeah? Carpenter, Shining, and so on. Yeah? My daughter said on our wedding day some years ago, she said she had to see Shining by Kubrick together with me when she was 11. She can't sleep for 2 months. Yeah? So, yeah. And I said, no, you are 12. I'm sorry. Yeah? So, yeah. And but in this movie, you have fear, but it's a muted movie. Yeah? It's a movie without sound, but you have fear. Where's the fear coming from when the fear is not coming from the acoustic room, from the sound? And then I called my friend Harun, who still lives in this time. He died 2014, and asked.
This is your regular collaborator.
Yeah, Harun Farocki, and is that the kids have to totally fear in Nosferatu, and where's the fears coming from? And we have a walk through Berlin and talking about fear and sound and pictures, and then he said there is a conversation between François Truffaut and Alfred Hitchcock about Rebecca. And in the Rebecca, there is this servant, this female servant, this black dressed female servant, and she's like a monster. Yeah? And Hitchcock had built up this impression that she gives us fear because you never saw her walking. She's always direct there. And in Nosferatu, it's the same. There is the first morning when the guy had waked up in the castle of Nosferatu, and he's going to a mirror, and you see these 2 scars here from the teeth of Nosferatu, where he put out the blood. And And in this moment, he looked out of the window, and he see the moon is coming, the sun is going down, and the moon is coming, the night is coming. He knows the vampire is coming, and he opened the door of his chamber, of his room, yeah, and there's a hallway. At the end of the hallway, there's Nosferatu, far away, 200 meters, but he's staring at him, like in the SpongeBob movie. Yeah? He's staring at him. So, and then you see a close-up of him, his fear, and then he wants to see again to the place where Nosferatu is, but Nosferatu is directly in front of him. And this makes fear by space and not by sound. Yeah? This was the story about BFI, SpongeBob.
But it does link to this film as well, because you told the
last chapter. Oh,
that's the point.
So okay, the actress Barbara Auer, who's playing Betty here, the mother, yeah, she asked me after reading the script, I'm thinking I'm a little bit creepy, and I said to her, "You are creepy." Yeah, that's so. But how I can be creepy without being a creepy caricature?
Yeah.
Caricature. Because this is, and I said, and therefore I told her the story of Nosferatu and Rebecca, and I said,
and SpongeBob.
And SpongeBob. And yes, that's right, you're right. And then I said, for example, the scene where when Paula Bear, Laura, is going through the first morning, she's going through staircases, house, kitchen, and there's this piano, and she opened the piano and makes some 2 or 3 sounds, yeah, on this piano. She is suddenly there, yeah. But you can't never see her walking. Yeah? She's never coming closer. She is there, or she's gone. She's far away, or she's very close. And this gives her this creepy impression, yeah? Because she's playing like this, and are you playing the piano? Yeah, so the voice is coming there. It's like when I in my childhood, when I have made something bad, for example, something was broken, yeah, in the dining room, and I saw this thing. I hope nobody had heard this. I turn around, my mother's there. Yeah. So yeah, I know this must be the same mother like the Hitchcock
like
mother.
Like Nosferatu,
yeah. So this was the creepy thing.
I want to ask you a bit more about working with your cast, as you've mentioned them, because these core 4 actors, you've worked with all of them before, they've worked with each other, right? And this is a repetition throughout your work. You like to have the same cast and crew. Why is that so important to you, and how do you like to work with your actors? Is it a dialogue back and forth?
It's a dialogue. I was 10 years ago. I was on a panel with a German director I don't like so much. So therefore, I never will mention his name here. Yeah?
You can drop clues.
Yeah, and we are sitting there, and he wants to fuck me. I'm in front of the audience. Yeah, he said. Yeah, he said to me. Christian, you're always working with the same people, behind the camera, in front of the camera. And so I, for example, he said, I have make a movie about spies, I have make a comedy, I have make a science fiction movie. So I change, and you are always the same. And I said, as an answer, I said to him, I know guys, who have 2 jokes they can tell, 1 story they can tell. They know 1 restaurant they can go to, and they know 1 movie where you can sit together and kiss and something like that. So so when they have done this with a new woman they met, yeah, they have told them their 2 jokes, their 1 story, this 1 restaurant which is very, very good, and the wine and this kiss in the cinema, they're empty. So
they ran out of stuff.
They need. You have the 2 possibilities: to change your jokes, yeah, or you have to find a new woman to tell this woman the same story again. Yeah. So yeah. So these guys they never have a development. Yeah? But when you have someone around you like this cast I have, which are very intelligent people, so you have to tell them new stories, or they are getting bored. Yeah. So this is the difference. we never have a panel after again together. Yeah. Yeah.
So they keep you lively, okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk particularly about Paula Beer, who is this amazing emotional anchor in the film. It seems like her character, even before her boyfriend dies and she gets adopted into this strange family, is clearly going through something. Can you tell us a little bit about writing that character and also how you worked with Paula to kind of develop her?
Yeah, Paula is really, really independent. This is sometimes a pain in the ass to have an independent actor, and sometimes it's great. And in case of Paula, this time it was a pain in the ass. It was like this. I have written another version of this movie in my script. In the script, it was like this: that at the end, the family is going to this exercise, yeah, piano.
Recital.
Yeah, yes. And then they came back and they make their eggs and their coffee and they're sitting at their porch, and then they jump like the jump when they have seen these neighbors there, these crazy neighbors. They jumped, and then we see that Paula Beer is there on the fence with luggage, and she opens the fence in the script. She opens the fence, and then I've written down a pathetic sentence. I fall in love with. So she opens the door, and she in English it's not so good. She's the intruder in the world of families. A little bit pathetic like this. I liked myself so much. So, and then I received a phone call of Paula Beer and Enno Trebs. They want to talk with me. Yeah, that was 3 months before shooting. And I know I don't like this when actors have ideas. Yeah? And then they came to my place, yeah, when we are sitting. I have an office in our flat and my room and the art library, and we're sitting there. And I bring them tea, and they don't want tea, and they don't want coffee, just a glass of water, and this is a bad sign. Yeah,
It's like an intervention.
Yeah, it's a little bit like as if you are in a police station. Yeah. So, yeah.
Which one was good cop and which one was bad cop?
But I was so lonely. I was. These are the cops. You're right. Yeah. And then they said. They don't understand the final scene in the script. What you don't understand, and they said to me, it's like a happy end. But I don't understand that there is a 25-year-old woman who wants to go back to a family. This is the conclusion, to be a daughter for your whole life. Yeah? And I said, yes. Yeah, and it's the best final scene I ever have written in my life. Yeah? So then they are leaving, and then we are shooting the scene on this day. She was there at the fence with a black coat, the Burberry coat, and so. Yeah? And she's standing there, and looking through the camera, and I know that this is a total shit what I've done there. Yeah? This doesn't make any sense, yeah? Because it's not. It's not a real happy end. It's nothing. It's why she wants to be a daughter for her whole life. They were right. And so, but I think perhaps we can do something. And I don't want to say to the actors. I don't want to say that there could be right that what you said to me and so. Yeah? And then we go to the editing room and we try some things. And Bettina Böhler said, you have to make a new final scene. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And she was right. And then I have 2 week depression and walking around and thinking how this movie will end. And then I have the idea that she's coming back in the same room, like in the beginning of the movie, with the same curtain, with the same wind, with other noises. But something changed, and what changed is her independency. Mm-hmm. She is something. Yeah? And so I called Paula Beer. Yeah. I have smoked like 5-6 cigarettes, I'm thinking. Yeah, and I said we have made a mistake. We have to shoot this final scene again at the end of January. This is 5 months after the end of the shooting. And this I like so much, because therefore she's a fantastic human being character and also a fantastic actress. She said, no, there was no laughing about me. No, I had no. So she just said, okay, there's one problem, and I thought in this moment, now it's coming, yeah, the criticizing of Christian Petzold and so. And,
the trial.
Yeah, and she said, I'm pregnant 8 months, in the 8 months, yeah. And then I said, it's not a problem because the cadrage is just here, yeah. So yeah, and then we are shooting, and she's totally different because she's in the 8th month.
Yeah, fair
so
enough,
you can see at the end this is another. I don't know, another. She's bright. I don't know.
She's glowing.
Yeah, glowing. Yeah, she's glowing, and therefore.
It works quite well for the character, though, because she's kind of changed.
She has given everything for this movie.
She did it for you. She had a baby for you. That's very kind of her. I'm going to come to the audience in just one moment, but before I do, I just wanted to ask one last question about the music. I was having a little boogie over by the doors there. Considering what you said about how important sound is in creating an atmosphere, you have the title as a reference to Ravel, you have this kind of piano playing motif throughout the film, and then you have this great Frankie Valli song that just comes in and kind of changes the whole mood. Can you tell us a bit about how you approach music in your work?
Yeah, this music exists during the script writing. Yeah, this is, it was very, very important for me because in this movie not to have a score. Yeah? It's a movie about a depressive, suicidal, depressive young woman with suicidal tendencies. Yeah? And that means, and I know people like her, your senses are dead. You don't hear anything, you smell nothing, you are not interested in the world anymore. And therefore, this movie must show that the world is rich. You must hear the birds, the wind, you must see the wind in the curtains. Yeah? So the music is, the world makes the music. Yeah? This was my idea. And therefore, we have just this music by what they are hearing or what they are playing in this movie. Also in this scene with Frankie Valli, I remember that I saw a movie by Miguel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about the Corona time, about a young group of young artists who are on a farm in Portugal, and they want to stay there until Corona is gone. Yeah, and it's a hard time. Yeah, they play their theater and something, make some artistical things real rich. Also, all is very, very boring. Yeah, but the only, not the movie, it's their position.
I see, their life is boring, not the film.
Yeah,
yeah.
And yeah, sometimes, yeah, good. And but there's one scene that they make a party, and they're using this Frankie Valli song. And, and when I saw this movie, I remember that my kids, yeah, they for 1.5 years during the lockdown and shutdown in Germany, no clubs, no theater, no cinema, no university, no school. Yeah, they are really out and they are traumatized until today. The German this generation, and so this song has something in this movie it makes us remembering what fantastic it could be to have a party, to touch each other, to dance, to kiss, to live. Yeah? And so I told this to Paul Albert and Enno Trebs here for this scene, and I said to them, when I never make castings in my life, never. Yeah, I don't like it to sit there like a personal chief, as a personal chief, or when you are
like a town chief.
No, when you are in an office and you
CEO.
The CEO just said you can work here and you not, and you fire a guy. Huh?
Yeah.
And I don't like this position. Therefore, I just sometimes ask the actors, can send them a tape, yeah, with music, and can you film yourself during hearing this?
Like reacting to it the first time? Okay.
And 99% of the actors make bad things. Yeah?
Then their mum appeared.
Because they are playing to hear music. This I hate. So, yeah, oh, yeah, so like that. So, and for example, Paula Bear, nothing. She hears the music, and this whole movie is a portrait of someone who is hearing music, who's not playing hearing music. So this is a bad trick to divide actors in good and bad. Yeah.
The ones who try too hard. You
No
didn't like.
dialogue, just music. Yeah?
Okay.
And then this scene, when they hear the music, they have no dialogue. Yeah? And these two actors, they are friends, Enno and Paula, since many years, and they're feeling ashamed, yeah? Because they are in this moment. They have no mask. Yeah, they have no.
They're exposed.
Yeah, so there, and but there are two of them, and therefore I used this song at the end because this is the only moment in the whole movie where both of them are free. Yeah, he's free from being a son of a traumatized family, and she's free of to find herself. Yeah, and therefore we used this song also during we have made the scene at the final scene. We have this music, so she hear this music too. Paula Bear. My English is getting really worse. I don't know why.
No, it's good.
No,
It's
it was so. I'm from Düsseldorf. That's not Westfalen. This is a part of Germany where the Social Democrats in the 70s make a bad thing. Yeah, they make a thing that you can, when you are 12 years old, you can quit English and take table tennis. Really?
It's the same thing, really.
And I'm a really good table tennis player. Really good. Yeah? So. It's a question I ask myself each evening when I brushes my teeth, yeah, and I see my face in the mirror. It's I think there are two things which the German comedies, yeah, by Ernst Lubitsch, for example, or Billy Wilder. Yeah, these kind of fantastic comedies. They are totally destroyed between 33 and 45 in Germany. Yeah? So, and when I must tell you a story. Then you know what we lost. Yeah? Billy Wilder, when he was 80 years old, he was invited because he was a journalist in Berlin before the fascism. Yeah? And he was invited by Berlin. Yeah? And he came to Berlin, 80 years old, from Los Angeles. Billy Wilder came to Berlin, and this really, really boring mayor from in this time in Berlin, Eberhard Diepken was his name. He invites him into a museum, the museum at Checkpoint Charlie. Yeah? And there is a movie in this museum at Checkpoint Charlie, which you can see every day 10 times. The movie is called Mein Kampf. Yeah? Because it's a movie about the time 33 until 45, based on documentaries from this time. Yeah? Mein Kampf, and 2.5 hours of documentaries about Adolf Hitler and blah, 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 yeah? And then after the screening, this 80-year-old Billy Wilder is coming out of this cinema, yeah? Standing in front of the cinema. And there was a journalist from a German magazine coming to him and asked him, "How do you like the movie, Mr. Wilder?" And he said, "I prefer the book." Yeah. And this kind of comedy is gone forever. Yeah. So yeah. And so to repair this or to
You're bringing
refund
funny
this,
back to Germany.
you need some people around you, some people who are smoking marijuana, who are in a good mood, yeah. So, and to find those people is very hard for me. I passed the 60s, and it's I don't know. Perhaps I find some. In the last movie, A Fire, we have some comedy structures in this movie, and I like that. Yeah, I like that, but I need Billy Wilder and others again. Vertigo is a movie I have seen 130 times in my life, and I hate it 8 times, and I loved it 112. There is something which is a male subjectivity perversion in this movie. Yeah? It's this Pygmalion theme that men create women. Yeah? You have the same. I read today in the Berlin airport, in the magazine, sex dolls from Japan. Yeah, for 8,000 euros, they can do everything. They have artificial intelligence. They can talk to you. Yeah, just so. But they have a big problem now because these sex toys were always, after 2 or 3 weeks, these people who buy them, most 99% are men. They hurt these sex dolls, so they have to be repaired. Yeah. Yeah, because they hate themselves to have a sex doll. Yeah, because this sex doll, the first day she said, "Oh, darling, you are home. I'm so horny." Yeah, so it's like this. Yeah, so yeah. So after when you the third day you came home and your sex doll said, "I'm so horny," you hate her. Yeah, yeah. So this is happening there. This could be a comedy.
It could be, yeah.
But I don't like it. I don't like it. No. But. This Pygmalion theme that man creates women, yeah, is interesting. But with my collaborator Haroon, we said we don't have to make new movies. We can tell the old movies again from another position. This was our idea. For example, to tell the story of Vertigo, from the point of view of Kim Novak.
Yes.
What is happening to her? Yeah, not to James Stewart with his castration problems and erection problems. Yeah, so this I think this is something I'm interested in. Things I'm upset. I was obsessed.
Obsessed. Yeah.
Obsessed. Now it's getting down with me.
It's okay. We're good.
It's like vodka
that
for me.
water is pesky, isn't it?
And to tell them from the other side. And we are talking in this green room. That I received an award some years ago in Venice, a Women in Cinema Award. Yeah, so I received this call in the morning, yeah? And I thought it was a joke of people who wants to kill me. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, but it was I received this award, and I was in a room like this here, and there were many women in the audience, yeah, journalists, filmmakers, actresses, who are part of the jury, and I have to say something, yeah, about this award, and I was really ashamed, yeah, and I don't know what to, and shy, yeah, and then I remember that when I was the first time in my life I was in Venice, there was this one of my favorite directors, Claude Chabrol, who was sitting on a table in this breakfast room and giving an interview in English, and I heard that they asked him, Mr. Chabrol, there are so many main actors main characters in your movies are female. Yeah, Stéphane Audran, Isabelle Huppert, yeah, Romy Schneider. Yeah? Why is it so? And he said, okay, men are living, women are surviving, and cinema is always about surviving. This I said to the audience, because this is a fantastic sentence. And so I always ask myself, what is happening to the women who are created by men? How they can deliberate? Yeah? How Undine, who's the imagination of the desire of male subjects, yeah? How when she starts to, when she wants to love by herself, when she wants to be an individual, what is happening to a story? This is my obsession. Yeah.
We may have to end it there, unfortunately. Thank you
I
so
want to
much
see
for
football Bayern München King.
Yeah, we want to get to the football match. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Christian. Please join me.
Thank you.